Hello everyone, it's Scottthemoviecritic back again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the pickups that I got in the month of May. And I've got quite a few films to show you here. I've got a DVD, quite a few Blu-rays and a couple of 4Ks. I did try to watch as many of these films as I possibly could before the end of the month, just so I could talk about most of them in some detail, but there is a couple of films that I'm still yet to see. But I will get around to watching them very soon, and there's if those films that I haven't seen yet, I'm very much looking forward to watching. But with all that being said, let's just get into it. Get started with the DVD, and that DVD is Pacific Heights. This is a fantastic film. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to give a massive shout out to my good friend Andy, Forgotten World of Movies. I'll leave a link in the description box down below to his channel. Thank you so much, Andy, for this recommendation. I thought this was an absolutely incredible film, and this desperately needs a Blu-ray or 4K release. I would absolutely love to see that happen, because the acting in this film is just so good. Michael Keaton is fantastic in this film, and he's an absolute evil fucker, mate. Yeah, he's so good at playing the evil bastard in this film. It's unreal. And yeah, everything that he gets away with in this film is actually quite scary when you think about it, that he gets away with so much with what he does. And yeah, it's just a really tense and gripping thriller. Really enjoyed this film. Next up, we've got Billy John Malkovich, which I know is a beloved movie, but I just couldn't get into this, unfortunately. I thought it was is different, which I can respect, because I haven't really seen a movie like this before, and I thought it was, you know, different, and I respected that. So there's that. But the actual story and the plot I just couldn't get into. I thought it was quite boring and uninteresting to me. But yeah, I thought it was quite strange. The acting is good in this film, and as I say, it is different, so I can respect it. But I just didn't enjoy the story overall, unfortunately. But maybe I need to give it a rewatch and see if my opinion changes on it. But at the moment, I'm not a fan of this film, unfortunately. Next up, we have The Driller Killer, which is a classic video nasty. There's the original artwork there. Quite brutal seeing that. Yeah, this is a entertaining film. Not one of my favourite video nasties. I do think it is a little bit boring in places and quite slow moving. But there is some really good scenes. And this scene in particular is probably the best scene of the movie, and it is actually quite gory and does hold up quite well to this day, I think. Good direction by Abel Ferreira. But other than that, the acting's quite poor. But yeah, it's an okay film, just not a great film in my opinion. Next up, we have the music biopic of Whitney Houston's life, called I Want to Dance With Somebody. I am a massive fan of Whitney Houston's music. I think she's done some absolutely cracking tunes in the past. Rest in peace to her. It's a shame that she went out the way she did. Really upsetting stuff. And yeah, this is just a really good film. I think I really enjoyed it. I thought the actress done a really good job as Whitney Houston. And yeah, the music in this film is absolutely incredible, of course. And yeah, it is a little bit generic, I suppose. It is very similar to other music biopics that you've seen before, and it doesn't do that much different. But it's still an enjoyable film, and I had a really good time with it, so I would recommend that one. Next up, we have a really underrated John Carpenter film, and that is John Carpenter's Vampires. This is such a great late 90s vampire film. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was quite gory and quite nasty in places, and I think the look of the vampires looked really cool, to be fair. I thought they had a really good look to them. And yeah, I just really like the late 90s atmosphere to this film. It just looks really cool. So like a western in a way, which I thought was pretty cool as well. Really different and unique sort of take on the vampire genre, and I had a great time with it. And the score is absolutely incredible. It's got a really memorable score to this film as well. Next up, we've got a classic film from the 60s called To Serve With Love. Really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really entertaining. Sidney Poitier gives an absolutely incredible performance in this film. Lulu was really good in it as well, and she gives an amazing soundtrack in this film. Some of the songs are absolutely sensational. And yeah, it's just a really cool 60s film about Sidney Poitier, who becomes a teacher in a school, and he has to deal with sort of these troubled kids, but sort of grows to like them eventually, and they turn into decent kids towards the end of the film. So yeah, it's a really good gripping story, and is very accurate to what it would be like growing up in the 60s. And yeah, I thought it was just a really great film. Really enjoyed it. Next up, we've got a film called Cop, and I've got to give a massive shout out to my good friend in the community, Mike from Cinema Axeman. Thank you so much for this recommendation, mate. I really do appreciate it, because I thought this was absolutely incredible. Really great, intense, gripping thriller, but sort of based on a murder investigation, played by James Woods, who's the cop is played by James Woods in this movie. He's on a murder investigation, and has to sort of try and find out clues to find out who the murderer is. And yeah, it's just a really great, intense, gripping thriller, really good story. Reacting from James Woods is absolutely incredible in this film as well. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great thriller from the late 80s. Next up is an HMV Premium, and it is the Maltese Falcon. I haven't seen this film yet, unfortunately, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's got Humphrey Bogart in it, who was amazing in Casablanca, so I'm very much looking forward to watching this one. Next up, we've got Kingdom of the Spiders. Got to give a massive shout out to my good friend in the movie community, Tony with Retro Movie Zone, for recommending this film to me. This is just such an awesome spider invasion movie from the late 70s. I really enjoyed this film. The cast in it were really fantastic and entertaining. And yeah, the spiders I believe are real. So yeah, it's real spiders used in this movie, which makes it more authentic and even more scary. So yeah, really scary movie this, and real use of spiders, which makes it even more creepy. And yeah, would definitely recommend this film. I thought it was really good. Next up, we've got a really cool sort of like sci-fi film from the 80s here called Inner Space. This is a really good film. I really like the cast in this film. I think they're really entertaining and give excellent performances. It's a really cool story about this guy that gets caught in a capsule and goes into this human's body, but he's going to go into an animal's body, but sort of like an experiment gone wrong sort of thing. And yeah, it's just a really cool, unique 80s story, and I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a lot of fun. Got some really good music in it as well, so yeah, we'd definitely recommend that one. Next up, we have a Criterion of Quadrophenia, which is one of my favourite films of all time, my 10th favourite film of all time. I've spoken about this film a lot in the past, so I don't know what I can say about it that I haven't already said, but it's just a really cool film about these gangs with mods and rockets in the early 60s. And yeah, it's just got great music to go along with it as well, and the performances are absolutely excellent, so we'd highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it before. Next up, we have Never Take Sweets from a Stranger. Got to give a massive shout out to Nigel What 2004 for recommending this film to me. This is a really disturbing film, absolutely incredible movie, really mind-blowing ending. That ending is just, wow, that really caught me off guard. But yeah, this is a really creeping and disturbing film. Not going to go too much into it because it is quite creepy, but yeah, it is. I would highly recommend it. It is a fantastic film. Really gripping stuff, this. Next up, we've got that Happiness of, how do you pronounce it? Katakuris, I think is how you say that. I haven't seen this film yet, but it looks quite wacky from the front cover, and yeah, I'm quite intrigued to give this a go. It looks quite entertaining, to be fair, so yeah, looking forward to giving that a watch. Next up, we have an 80s sort of like sci-fi horror, I think, which is called Crow. I haven't seen this one yet, but I have heard it's going to be quite entertaining, so I am looking forward to giving this a watch. And yeah, that is Crow. Next up, we've got Homicidal, which was also recommended to me by Nigel at got 2004. This is an absolutely incredible film. It sort of reminded me a little bit of films like Psycho and Vertigo, which are two absolutely incredible films. And yeah, this was just absolutely amazing. Another great sort of like murder investigation film, and that ending is absolutely mind-blowing. Such a fantastic ending. Not gonna spoil it, but I highly recommend this film if you haven't seen it before. It is really good. Next up, we have Society, which is a really fucked up and messed up film, especially at the ending. Like, wow, what the fuck was going on in that ending? But yeah, this is actually a really cool and unique 80s film. I think it's got a lot of good 80s cheese in it, and it's a really entertaining film. But yeah, that ending really makes the film, I think, and it is why this film is such a cult classic. And yeah, it's just a really entertaining film, but that ending is really something. Next up, we got Two Witches, which was recommended to me by quite a few people. This is quite a big film in the movie community recently, and I've got to give a big shout out to Rebecca in this film. She gives an absolutely incredible performance in this film, and she's a fantastic actress, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does in the future. And yeah, this is a really good and creepy, eerie film from recent times. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really scary. There was quite a few scenes that really did creep me out, to be fair. And yeah, it's got some really creepy imagery, and it's just a really creepy story that I really enjoyed. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one, I would highly recommend it. Next up, we have Megan. This is the unseen edition, so we R-rated cut. Yeah, really enjoyed this film. Thought it was a lot of fun. Really cool story about this doll Megan, who's sort of like made to sort of like keep I can't remember the character's name, but the little kid company in this film, and they sort of become best friends. But what the little kid doesn't realise in this film, that Megan's actually becoming quite dangerous as a character, and is causing a load of deaths. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool story. It's a little bit generic at times, and it doesn't do anything too new to what we've seen before, but overall it is a decent film, and I did enjoy it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it before. Next up, I've got to give a massive shout out to Mike from Did You See That for sending this to me on 4K, and that is The Joker. I haven't seen this in 4K yet, but I plan to watch it very soon, because I'm a massive fan of this film. I know some people don't love this film because it was sort of like really hyped when it came out back in 2019, and everyone was talking about this film. It was absolutely everywhere when it came out, and I think it got on people's nerves when that happened. And I totally get that, because this film was talked about so much. But personally, I did really enjoy it. I think it was worth quite a lot of the praise that it got. Joaquin Phoenix gives an absolutely incredible performance as a Joker in this film. So yeah, highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Really good comic book film there. And finally, the final 4K is Creed 3. Really awesome film this. Watched it at a cinema. I thought it was a really good entry into the Rocky / Creed franchise. Michael B. Jordan was excellent as always. And as a director, his directorial debut, I thought he did an absolutely incredible job. He did a fantastic job directing this film. I haven't seen a 4K yet, but I'm very much looking forward to checking out in 4K, because I really did enjoy it. And that is Creed 3, and that is it, everyone. That is all my pickups for the month of May. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. And let me know all the pickups, or some of the pickups that you got in the month of May as well. And let me know what you think of some of the films that I picked up this month as well. That would be great to hear. We'd love to hear all your thoughts. Thank you so much, everyone. So yeah, that'd be it for this video, everyone. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all later.